Good evening, dear compatriots. The Unified Information Center continues its work. I'll present the situation on the front lines. After lengthy use of artillery and drones and missiles, the opponent began a large-scale attack in the morning today. Our armed forces were able to push the enemy back, including terrorist groups. As a result, the opponent has not been able to seize any territory or any settlements. Especially in the south, the battles were very heavy. The opponent has not progressed at all. In the second half of the day, in the afternoon, there were also battles. We were able to neutralize a number of flying drones. We have not identified the make yet. Several days ago, I made an announcement where I mentioned a soldier. His name is Harutyun Dokhoyan. He is a hero, a young hero, but also a huge hero. This young man has been able to hit 5 tanks. He serves in the anti-tank department, and he's going to tell you about his work. Good evening. When we were there on the border, we knew that we needed to protect our motherland, our people, our families, our towns. But when we get help from them, it's really important. When you open your package and people have put things there and you find the things you want, it makes you really happy. There's a car that comes and it brings us warm coats and they keep us warm, and we feel that Armenians worldwide are helping us, and that makes us strong. We will never be afraid of the enemy when we get help. I was able to hit 7 tanks and other military personnel carriers. I'm going back to the front line shortly, and I will keep doing my job, and I will hit more tanks. Well done, Harut. He's one of many heroes. The young men, and they stand there to the last man, to the very end. And what he was telling you tonight was that he's going to join his fellow soldiers, his brothers, the recruits and the volunteers, and together we're going to win. Now I'm going to answer the questions you sent me by email. So, Haraparak, the names of the soldiers who were slain at the front line, do they include the names of civilians who were volunteers? Everyone who dies in the fighting is in the list of killed soldiers. Why aren't we exchanging what? I can figure what. I don't understand the question. You're talking about prisoners of war, apparently. Has medical aid been given to prisoners of war from the Azerbaijani side? Yes, this is a fact. Why are you being so humanitarian towards the enemy? Because we're human, because we have our values. We are not barbarians. Please, can you explain the situation on the front? I'm not going to talk about specific locations. I have explained on many occasions that our troops are moving and regrouping, and we mustn't fixate on specific locations and regions and areas. The fighting is extremely heavy. It might not be obvious from where you are, but it's very heavy fighting. We haven't won yet, but we are going to win. The situation hasn't changed over the last 3-4 days. It's generally as it was. Lorry television. Which parts of the Armenian-Azerbaijan border are hot points? Well, I usually mention the north and the south of the border. In the north, it's toward Mataghis. In the south, it's the shores of the Arax River. There is a lot of misinformation in the internet. A lot of it comes from our compatriots. Yes, I've mentioned this. Sometimes this misinformation reaches people, sometimes it doesn't. The results vary. There were announcements that we have caused huge losses to the enemy. Yes, this is true. The enemy's losses are significant every day. Our fighters, our reservists, our volunteers, and especially our regular troops are fighting bravely. We also have losses. We lose artillery, we lose equipment. Victory isn't one cheap. I would like to encourage you not to discuss the structure of our troops, the position of our troops and individual soldiers and divisions and units. We do not want to inform our opponent about the movement of our troops. This is all for today. I don't have more questions. Thank you, Harutyun, and I would like to use him as an example of a soldier who stands his ground. He doesn't want to run, he doesn't want to give up, he wants to go back and join his friends, his brothers, and together we are going to win. Please follow the publications of the Unified Information Center.